Well, good morning, grand risings, everybody. How's it going? This is Mystical Ariel here to shake the matrix, expand our minds, and make us all think, which is definitely one of the things that we love to do on here. We like to shake it a little bit, give us new things and new ways to look at life, but really they're not new. They're more of discoveries of our original designs. And why do I do this every day? Well, because, see, the thing is this. I'm the author of the Awaken Trilogy, which you can find on Amazon and Kindle. And I had this discovery. Let's call it a discovery. But I left this human flesh and I soared through the universe. I didn't follow the light. I said, forget that. And what I discovered was I was captured at first. Now, religion tried to make me believe that didn't happen, but it did. I was captured and I broke out of that. And I went and there was two doors and I chose the smallest one, and it brought me to several dimensions, many experiences. But one most important of all, it brought me to the mirrored image of my original design. And when I realized that you and me are one within the same, I realized that something needed to be done. Now, even in 1996, there was a prophet who came because back in the day I was one of religion and spoke of these words and said that I would go to the grave and rise from the ashes like a phoenix. And I would speak something that would have an entire religion rise against me, would have every friend walk away, and gossip be so brutal that it echoed through even my own children's ears, even phone calls made to them. But I didn't come here for that. Thank goodness there were men already. So I chose to return because I chose to return to go through even the depths of this being so that I could come and speak because you and me are one. So, grand risings, my loves, and welcome. The real ones who have remembered, the ones who are remembering, the ones who will never forget. Again, this message is for you. This is for the ones who have felt the glitch in the system, the tug in the soul, the knowing that refuses to go quiet. Because nothing, and I mean nothing in this world is an accident. Yeah, I said that morning. Nothing in this world is an accident. Not one thing. Even your trauma. Because everything is mathematical. Everything is science. Everything is energy. Everything is on a grid. Everything is part of a pattern unfolding with precision. And this world is not random. It is responsive. It is intelligent. It is mirroring you. What's your internal? And today we're going to awaken to all of it. See, I want you to imagine something like a video game, the Oculus, maybe. People put those things on, and their nervous system actually reacts as if its virtual world is real. It really does. They've done tests on it. It literally, the human body responds to the Oculus video games the same exact way it does in the real world. When you jump off a cliff and you scream the fall to the floor because their biology responds to perceived reality, not actual reality. Do you understand what I'm saying? Everything's a reflection. Everything's a mirrored image. Yeshua himself was saying, I am that I am, the burning bush, I am that I am. That is the mirrored image. Quantum physics and cosmology and neuroscience already backs this right now. We are not inside a physical universe. We're inside a perceived universe. A holomorphic, mathematical, coded simulation that responds to your consciousness. And I don't care what acting you put on outside, it don't matter. This world responds to your consciousness internal. You can't put on masks and have one of our kind walk in a room and not see you, because we see you. You can have the best drama classes there is to have. Well, we might act like we don't see you, but we see you. See, this is what I even wrote about in Awaken. The lion escapes the matrix. You can feel the walls of the illusion once you stop obeying it and start observing it. It's amazing what happens. Psychology calls this pattern recognition. Spirituality calls this awakening. Science calls it quantum coherence, and agnostics called it piercing the veil. Different languages, some experiences. Because once you zoom out, once you stop reacting and start noticing, you realize it has always been a program designed to keep you distracted, divided, emotional, reactive, obedient, and small. So if you're doing those things, if you feel those things, then it's winning. You're fueling the system by letting it win, because it's not who you are. It's not your original design. Let me ask you something. How many times growing up did they tell you there is no such thing as a dumb question? I mean, I remember hearing that growing up. But the second you ask, you start asking the real questions. I don't know about you, but where did we come from, or why are we here? And what is consciousness, and why do we need systems to validate our worth? My kids asked that in school, and they got sent to the principal's office. And why do we need this system to validate what our worth is? My mom says we're already perfect. And the teacher said, well, your mom lied to you. No, I didn't. They were already perfect. They just, whether they believed it or saw it or not. And then look at that. It was a classroom that tried to teach them the opposite. You want that teaching your kids? No wonder they come home wanting to die or something, or kids feel all kinds of things. I mean, we're sending them right into the system. Go ahead. Let's go ship them off to go be programmed, beaten, and have everything you ever put into them taken out. And then at the end of the day, they're going to point their finger at you because they forgot about school and everything else they learned there, because it was all at home. Suddenly, think about even when you were a kid and you asked these questions. Gen Xers got it, and all the time. We were the problem child for asking too many questions. We were the ones in the hallways. We were the ones in principals' offices, the ones who needed correction. Why? because you asked past the boundaries of the program. A Gnostic text warned us that ignorance is the only prison. Awareness is the only escape. You see, our parents repeated the programming because they were programmed themselves. Teachers repeated it because they were programmed. Coaches, pastors, leaders all repeated lines they were given. That's it. The system does not want awakened beings, it wants obedient patterns. Pay attention. You go to the grocery store, you're lined like cattle, people. You have cattle lines. Go look at a farm and go in a grocery store and tell me you don't have the exact same thing. I'm serious. Pay attention. The world has been training you to doubt your intuition, so you never discover the architecture inside of your own design. And that is the whole game. To keep you distracted, to keep you pointing fingers, to keep you emotional and afraid, to keep you believing you were born broken. But listen to me. The system cannot override the original design or the truth. The spark of the divine cannot be erased. And creation is within us and is within each and every one of us. And it makes us one consciousness, one whole. And have you ever noticed that certain things appear in your life exactly when you need them? A person, a moment, a book, a lesson, a message, a disaster, a blessing. Right on time. Right on time. We call it coincidence, we call it, you know, message from God, but it's coherence. It's the pattern revealing itself. It's creation letting you know. It's what I call the awaken, return to Eden, the divine play. The physics tells us that particles appear in response to observation. Life does the same. I mean, what you need appears when you are ready to notice it. You ever pay attention to that? Like it's some miracle. Oh, look at that. And when we go to churches and we line up and we go for faith to hope that for healing, but guess what? The energy and the belief that you've created within you created the energy from creation itself, the original design, the spark of the divine, and you were healed. It had nothing to do with the place or people or the hands placed on you. As a matter of fact, they were nothing more than a distraction. You could have gone into nature and believed the exact same thing, and you would come out exactly the same, if not even better, because you wouldn't be putting anyone on a pedestal. Because the rhythm of life is mathematical, it's sacred geometry. The flower doesn't bloom because it forces itself. It blooms because the pattern unfolds. Nature is not in a hurry. Trees don't panic. The river doesn't rush to the ocean in fear. Being a nomad has taught me about that. Time got thrown right out the window. The only time I pay attention to time is when I'm doing these things. But everything moves in a rhythm, just like the wind. And you are part of that rhythm. And this is why transformation often feels sudden, as if whispered by the universe, because life doesn't give you what you force. It gives you what you are now aligned to receive. In a place of I am that I am, in recognizing the truth of our original designs, we are aware that as creation, everything, anything that is needed will appear in some shape, way, or form. You never have to stress. And some of you feel like you're searching and seeking, trying to find the truth somewhere. But let me tell you something. Truth is actually something you gain. It's not. It's not something you gain at all. It's actually just something you remember. It's always resided within us. It was always there. Like the board. Gnostics taught that salvation was not escape. It was remembrance. And in my own journey, through trauma, hospice, losing everything, facing death more than once, I didn't learn truth. I remembered it. In the book Awaken, the Ancient Ones Awaken to the Original Design, I wrote, you are not becoming, you are returning. See, your soul already knows this. Your intuition has been screaming for years. When we say, if that hadn't happened, I wouldn't be where I am now. This is because life placed that moment in perfect alignment with your awakening. Nothing is wasted. Nothing is random. And nothing is a mistake. Everything belongs. And I know it may sound crazy, but I'm telling you that from a person who's been through more traumas than, gosh, a country said it was the worst they've seen in 50 years. Okay. So it was brutal. But I'm saying this to you. I'm coming to you from the miry pit on a solid rock. And I'm saying that every part of our life, every inch we experience, it was not wasted. And it was not random. And it was not a mistake. And I'm sorry if that is like a knife going through, but it wasn't, because everything belongs. Look at the mirror today. You're here listening to this for a reason. You designed this moment. I'm going to tell you something sacred. The seeds of stones must crack before the seed can grow. Do you think the cracking of the stone feels good? That's why going from a caterpillar to butterfly, they forget about what the in between looks like. It's goo. See, every breakdown in your life, it was a cracking the shell. Every betrayal in your life, it was cracking that shell. Every loss, cracking the shell. Every moment you thought would destroy you, it didn't. You're here right now. It was opening you. And in the Awakening, the Lion Escapes the Matrix, I wrote, what breaks you is actually what frees you. Your pain was not punishment, it was preparation. Because the original design cannot die. It cannot corrupt. It cannot it cannot be reprogrammed. They couldn't touch that part of you. So they locked it up and made it forget. And you've had the key the whole time, and that scares the entire system. You don't like what's going on outside. I literally had a son right now who literally went and got married and decided not to have me there because I don't watch the news and I won't watch his news channel. I said, congratulations, kiddo. Hope the best for you. That ain't affecting me. You're the one who's going to wake up and think about that. And if you are happy about it, then great. The whole world thought you were already married anyway. The things we do to create a scene, to get heard because we can't just say it. It's funny. See, this original design can't die, and no matter what the world throws at you, it cannot be corrupted. And when we get to the seat, the place of recognizing I am that I am, we laugh at these little things. We just go, it's okay. What the heck? It cannot be reprogrammed. The spark inside you is untouchable. And when you stop running around the same mountain, stop forcing outcomes, stop trying to control the rhythm, life meets you. It really does. It's been waiting for you to stop panicking, to stop rushing, to stop thinking you were behind. But listen, there's no being late. No. Heck, I went right to the desk. All I had to do was gaze in that mirror. You're right on time, by the way. And you're exactly where you must be. You see, when you are fully present, you will begin to see. Everything speaks. Animals speak. Trees speak. Nature speaks. Even the rocks cry out. I think we've seen that in some ancient texts now, haven't we? See, we lost that awareness because culture trained it out of us. But the design will whisper, and something inside of you will, even right now, is stirring because it recognizes this as truth. See, you were never separate. You were never alone. You were never forgotten. Life has been carrying you all along, and you don't have to rush. You don't have to panic, and you don't have to force timelines. Everything is unfolding exactly as it must. So remember that. See, the biggest lie ever told is that awakening happens at special moments. No, the perfect moment is now. See, now is the only moment that exists. Now is the only doorway. And the message has been knocking for years, and you finally at the volume where you can hear it. You are not broken. You are not missing anything. You are not late. You are complete. You are simply remembering. And one day you will look back and say, man, if that had not happened, I would have never awakened. Everything, every pain, every twist, and every miracle, every delay, every heartbreak was only preparing you to return to the original design. Return to Eden. Return to truth. And return to yourself. And when you remember that, you will finally see. See, you cannot fail at life. You can only imagine that you are failing, but even your imagining is part of the dance because everything is unfolding. Everything belongs and everything is already within you. And that's the beautiful thing. Well, let's check and see if we got any important questions to answer. Am I homeless? Well, it depends on your terminology of homeless. I don't consider myself homeless at all. I got a beautiful home. It's great. I got a shower. I got a toilet. I got a kitchen. I got a nice queen size bed. I got a nice big ass couch. Man, I got trees. I got pets. I got lots and lots and lots of land. Like, I mean, it's unbelievable the amount of land that I got. I mean, I just get up and I decide which side of the land I want to be on, and I'm on it. And it's absolutely amazing. Sometimes I wake up on the side of the land that is my place, and it's got like water in the front of it. And I could just go for a swim if I want to. And then sometimes I go to the other side of my land. It's high peaks and mountains and lots of lakes sometimes too. It's amazing. Yeah, no, I don't think I'm homeless, man. Anybody got something they want to ask that's valuable? Oh, it's funny. Ugh. Well, you guys, make sure you do one thing towards your dreams every single day. Make sure you recognize you're valuable and you matter. You're all unique puzzle pieces, a part of the ultimate puzzle of the cosmos. Peace and love. I bet you your backyard, you might not even have one, right? Probably in a condo or something. Just one view from one side. I got all the sides. Whatever side I look at, it's amazing. Absolutely beautiful land. Peace, everybody.